what's up? The Story of the Year. Wow, they're back with another album. It just seems like they released their last one, like, the other day, but, apparently not. Apparently, I think it came out in 2008, but I could be wrong. But, this is gonna be the Story of the Year's 4th album, 2nd on Epitaph Records, and Epitaph is basically signed to everybody, and that's all good, because at least those bands know their album will be in stores. So yeah, this is their 4th album, 2nd from Epitaph, which I just mentioned. It's called The Constant, and so yeah, I like this band a lot. For those who don't know, they are kind of like a post-hardcore band. If you're into bands like My Chemical Romance or The Used or Seosin, bands like that, you know, if you're into those type of bands, or if you're into like old school, like maybe Artists in the Ambulance type thrice sound, then you'll probably like this band. I loved Page Avenue, the first album that came out. I thought it was really, really good. Just a strong debut. They were heavy, but super melodic at the same time. They weren't like there'd be occasional screams throughout the songs, maybe here and there. It wasn't overblown. It was just right. Great album. And then they came out with In the Wake of Determination, which was a little bit more different. It had a little bit more of a southern flair to it, but it still sounded like them. They were actually a lot faster. It just had more of a hardcore punk rock sound to it. I really like that album as well. Kind of had a whole metal thing that they were going for, kind of like a skate metal, hardcore punk thing that they had going on. Kind of similar to Sum 41 when they did their thing. Very cool album. Then they came out with a Black Swan, and there was something about it I didn't really love. They had a couple songs here and there that I really liked, but for the most part, there's just something different about it that I just didn't like. Like, they got heavy, but heavy like in a slower, like kind of like southern type of, I don't know, they had this like slow, heavy southern thing going on, and I don't know if I really cared for it. And it wasn't throughout the whole album, but it was, you know, it was there, and I don't know. But this one, I really like this album a lot. It definitely has the vibe of Page Avenue mixed with Black Swan. That's the kind of vibe I got. There's 11 tracks, and you know what? I'm just gonna go through the tracks like I usually do. So the first song is the Children's Song, and this one actually caught me off guard, because usually Story of the Year starts off with a really heavy, fast song. You know, that's just what they're known for. And this one kind of had a not super heavy vibe. It had like this whole mid-tempo vibe, but it was heavy, because they're known for having kind of this like mid-tempo heavy vibe to their songs. And this one is no different. But what I liked about the vibe of this song is you hear like a lot of like children singing. Like, kind of had like a children chanting, choir type of vibe, at least in the chorus. And when the chorus comes on, you're just like singing it. Matter of fact, I have it in my head right now. It's so cool that they were able to do something not super heavy, but, you know, still melodic, and it did have a mid-tempo vibe, but like a crunchy, heavy mid-tempo vibe. But there's no screaming in this song, and I really like the song a lot. It's really good. Next up is The Ghost of You and I. Now, this song is probably my favorite on the album. This song contains all the best elements of Story of the Year. You know, it's got the really melodic verses, super ridiculously catchy chorus, some great guitar work. I don't know, it's just a perfect song, a little screaming here and there. Just an amazing song, so good. You gotta check the song out, Ghost of You and I. Next song is I'm Alive, and this one is the probably most melodic, or one of two really slower melodic songs. It's not super slow, but it kind of sounds like Anthem of Our Dying Day from their first album, Page Avenue. Kind of has that vibe. Not as catchy, but it's a good song, and you'll probably like it. It's on their MySpace, I believe, so check that one out. The next one is called To the Burial. I'm having a tough time saying that. But this one is one of one of two of the heaviest songs on the album. Kind of reminds me of Choose Your Fate from the Black Swan. It had that sound I was talking about, that kind of slower, southerny type of vibe, at least the intro, and then it gets to like this really fast verse, and then back to kind of slower chorus, but really, really fast, heavy. If you want something to fist pump to, this would be one of the 3 songs to do that too. So really heavy if you're looking for some heavier Story of the Year sounding songs. Next one is The Dream Is Over. I love this one as well. Kind of similar to The Ghost of You and I, but a little bit faster. The guitar work on this song is amazing. Amazing solos. Really catchy chorus. It's just a really, really great song to represent this band. Awesome. You have to check out the song The Dream Is Over. So good. Next song is Remember a Time. And this one's probably the most different sounding song for them. When you first hear the song, it definitely reminded me of Weezer and like Blue Album Weezer. You know, it just had this weird kind of like synthy kind of. It's so hard to describe, but it's very different. But at the same time, it still sounds like a Story of the Year song, which is crazy. Like they're able to do something different, but still sound like Story of the Year. Not a bad song. It's a grower. I didn't love it at first, but it grew on me now. So, you know, check that one out. Next one is Holding On to You. And this song I could totally see as either their first single or their next single. It really has, it's a slower vibe, but it's so radio friendly. A chorus that, you know, you could definitely sing along to. Yeah, I could definitely see this as a single. If it's not already, I actually don't know if there's a single out for this album, but that one could possibly be the one. Next one is the other really heavy song. It's called 1 through 8. It's really clever how they, instead of like the number 1, it says 1, W-O-N. Instead of 8, the number 8, it's A-T-E. I don't know, it's clever. Clever play on words. But this one is heavy. A lot of screaming throughout the songs. A lot of gang chorus, gang verse, gang. I can't speak right now. A lot of gang vocals. It's heavy. It's a little not as melodic as maybe To the Burial, but this one's really heavy. And if you're looking for another heavy song, this would be the way to go. And I'm kind of glad they put that there, because the last 2 songs before that were a little bit slower, melodic, and it was nicer just to throw something heavy in there. And the next 3 songs are really, really good too. I really think the first 3 songs and the last 3 songs are probably like the best. This next one is called 10 Years Down. Mid-tempo, ultra catchy song, ultra catchy chorus. You know, it's basically what Story of the Year is known for. So if you like any song off of Page Avenue, you'll like that song. Next one is Time Goes On, and this one actually is really, really awesome. It starts off like, it has like this kind of fast punk vibe that you think it's gonna be like a punk rock song, but then it turns into like this 180 like mid-tempo, perfect sounding for Story of the Year. Kind of sounds like Razor Blades from Page Avenue. Kind of has that vibe, which kind of throws you off. I love the verses on this song. Really, really good. Awesome ending too. The ending really sounds like Eye of the Tiger. You know what song I'm talking about. And last but not least is an amazing Story of the Year song. So awesome. Probably my favorite type of Story of the Year song. It's called Eye for an Eye, and it has this hardcore punk rock vibe to it that resembles Falling Down from Page Avenue, the last song, or Meathead from In the Wake of Determination, that kind of punch in the face song where it's like really fast. You know, it's got like the hardcore punk rock verse, and then it's got like the really like fast like kind of Rise Against sounding song in the chorus. Amazing song. You have to check it out. Probably my favorite song. I'm gonna have to give this album a 4.5. You know, 4.5 to a 4.75. It's not perfect, but it's really good. Favorites are An Eye for an Eye, The Ghost of You and I, and The Dream Is Over. Check this album out. It's really good. Back to form. Thanks guys for watching. Check out Story of the Year, The Constant, 4.5. Thanks for watching. To find the ghost